Yes, sir.
All right. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get started. The special board meeting of the HABD Board of Commissioners is now called to order. We'll start with a moment of silence. Amen. All right, roll call. Vice Chairman Todd. Present. Commissioner Hood.
Present.
Commissioner Pantazis.
Present.
Commissioner Lewis. Commissioner Lewis.
Here.
All right. Gotcha. All right. All right. Adoption of the agenda. So we do have one addition to the agenda. After we come out of executive session, we need to discuss our testing at our sites. We want to discuss that briefly after executive session. So if we add that to the agenda, if I can entertain a motion to accept the agenda with that addition.
Chairman, I make a motion that we testing no period.
I second it.
All right, been moving and properly second. All in favor? All opposed? All right. They can just hold on time. We are. Yes, we're gonna go into another room. Oh, it's gonna be another conference.
Yeah, we can go ahead.
Okay, all right, so, what we'll do is we will discuss the testing first before we go into executive session. If that's the pleasure of this board, if I can get general consent to do that without having to entertain another motion, thank you. All right, so what we want to do is we want to discuss testing. And Mrs. Foster, are you on the call?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, so for those commissions that did not know, we, the Housing Authority in conjunction with our partner, the City of Birmingham, other agencies are doing COVID-19 testing for our residents at various sites. And I know one of the questions that arose was how can we provide testing at all of our sites or make testing available for all of our residents at maybe some adjacent sites to those sites. And so I just want to, Mrs. Foster, you could kind of run through where we are as far as which sites are currently have the testing right now, and what can we do to provide for all of our residents? What are your thoughts on how we can do that, or if that's something that you're already working on?
So yes, we are partnering with the Faith Center, City of Birmingham, and Church of the Highlands to do sites at Morton Simpson, Tom Brown, Marsh Village, and Collegeville. So currently the testing kicked off on Friday, and Morton Simpson was our first site. And so these are the sites that were chosen by the partners. And so usually they're doing is trying to assess and see how well the process goes before we add additional sites. And so in addition to that is we only have about 50 to 100 tests for those sites. So again, it was kind of a test to see how well things are progressing at those sites. Because initially we didn't do a much broader publicizing it because we wasn't quite sure how the process would go in regards to, because the way the process goes is a number was provided to the residents. And so the residents would call that number and make an appointment and do the paperwork online. So one of the concerns was, you know, even though we have this process in place, there may be residents may just come straight to the, because it's a walk up. So they may walk straight up without, you know, making those appointments and have their paperwork in place. So we want to make sure that we can streamline that process so that, you know, we can continue to stay, you know, keep the social distance in place. So that's kind of where we are today. And so our goal today was kind of talk with the partners, kind of see how the process went, and if it's possible that we can move the sites, you know, move the testing to other sites. And I also heard that UAB is also, you know, doing some testing at other sites as well. So we may have to, you know, get on a call with them too to partner and see, you know, what sites they're doing versus the ones that we're currently doing. So it's definitely a process in discussing other sites. I know there were concerns about, you know, not having sites on the west side.
Thank you, Ms. Foster. Vice Chairman Todd.
Don Trail, a question, when will those results, and who will get those results as to our findings? When can we expect those results for what that we have already get the testing on?
So our main contact is Pastor Jamil with the Church of the Highlands. And so we're planning to communicate with them today after this meeting. And then I can definitely give you a follow-up in regards to, you know, what comes out of that meeting we talked to them today. Would have met. Yeah.
Ms. Foster, is there a way to also get the UAB test results so that we can combine the data?
Yes, and I think UAB starts their testing. They haven't started yet. I think they start Thursday. I can't remember the day, but they're starting this week.
When you say test results, what exactly are we talking about? You're on mute. You're on mute, Ms. Foster.
Okay, thank you. Not as the test of the results or the results of how successful our testing was during the process and how many tests were able to, you know, that they was able to provide to the residents.
I know our legal counsel said at one time that we probably could not report like the number of people who were positive or negative. So I just want to be clear about what we're actually going to report. We may just report what percentage of our residents have been tested versus those that haven't been tested. Is that kind of the level that we're talking about?
That's correct.
Is anyone going to get access to the numbers of people that test positive?
It is my understanding that they're supposed to put it out by zip code soon. That may help us, but I don't know I don't think they're going to put it out by our particular residence or the area. They'll do it by like a zip code. Does that make sense?
Somewhat. Will we at least report the results to the Department of Public Health?
Yes. The Department of Public Health will probably get it from the testing site.
Okay, that was my concern, because if there's no one that's made available of the, you know, if we have a hotspot, then there's no way to, you know, make change to make sure our residents are safe.
Right. And I think what will probably happen is when they do it by the zip code, that would indicate a hotspot. So let's just say 35205 is very close to the south. That's the south side zip code, which would be UAB and I think that's Southtown. So if that becomes a hotspot, from my understanding, they will make that available to basically to everyone that will be announced. And then that will indicate to us that that's probably something we should do with Southtown to help out in that particular area.
That makes sense. Thank you.
Okay. Like in Southtown, we have this many. It'll be by zip code.
But it's been my understanding that the State Department of Health has been very reluctant to publish data at the zip code level because they fear that that's HIPAA protected information. And so I think they've been hesitant to report anything less than that at the county level. That may change over time, but as of now, I think they're very reluctant to do that.
But I still think that's on the table. That's been a discussion that they've been having on a daily basis so that we can try to track better on calls that I've been on, they have really been pushing to get that zip code information, because that's going to definitely help counties the size of Jefferson. Smaller counties do anything, but definitely Jefferson, the Mobile area, Madison County, those are the counties that they've been discussing that they really need to do that by zip code, just to help the local community.
Yeah. Go ahead, Chef Tom.
You know, the reason I was concerned about that particular issue was trying to get some kind of knowledge on where we are as the housing authority, but I understand that we can't deal with sites. So, but I can say that the effort through John Trail and other community people to get some testing done. But now I guess the other question, I don't know whether or not this will be sufficient or is it accurate to ask whether or not can we get a total number of our housing residents who participate in the testing.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Mrs. Foster, what are your thoughts? Can we get a total number of residents that participated in the process? Is that a data that we can be at our fingertips?
Yes, we'll definitely provide a report in regards to how many residents that reached out, how many agreed to have the testing done, and how many was actually tested. We'll definitely get those numbers for you.
All right, very good. Thank you. Are there any other comments regarding the COVID-19 testing in our communities?
Yes, I have a comment.
Hello? Yeah, Ms. Davis?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay. I don't think that we're trying to find out who is the person or the address and stuff, but how is that going to protect the ones who don't have it if we say they go to it and we don't know? I mean, I'm trying to figure out where the safety is in the other residents that's in the community. It's 400 and some residents over there in Southtown and almost that much over there in Marks Village. And so they're doing 50, which is fine, but we still need to know what is it that we need to do to protect ourselves, because you just can't pick them up and move them somewhere.
yes, ma'am. That's a valid concern. Yes, ma'am. That's a valid concern. I understand your concern. I guess what you're saying is that you need to know if five, for example, if 5 people in your community tested positive, you want to know.
You need to know how to start protecting yourself, because if we don't know, we sitting up there talking and they're not saying anything, it's still getting around and the whole community could get infected.
Yeah, you make a valid point. I cannot argue that point. Yeah, Vice Chairman Dodd.
Yes, Ms. Davis, what you can do is go ahead and follow the goals that have been set, the policies and rules as govern this pandemic. Just do the 6 feet, keep your mouth closed with something padded, and keep your hands on, then just follow the policy and procedures already set in place to protect yourself. That's all we can offer on that.
Well, we know we need to be staying at home, and that's another thing I want to talk about as far as the communities is that I feel like if we on pandemic and we are shut down, that it shouldn't be nobody walking in the communities or standing on the corners or in the alleys or wherever. You're not in somebody's house, then you need to be at your own house. And that's another safety that we need to have put in place. No one needs to be walking and running through there. Period.
Kind of stated, I think that you have a very valid concern. However, from the housing authority's perspective, we have to go along with what is advised by our local governing agencies, such as the city, the county, and the state. And what they place in place is basically the rules and regulations that have been, well, I would just say the guidelines. Let me take the word rules out. So the guidelines placed in place by CDC, which tells us that, you're going to have to social distance and stay, and they're asking that the individuals stay in law that you have to stay in your home. So, that would not be something that the agency can control at this point. That's governed pursuant to the city, the county, and the state laws and regulations.
No, I didn't say martial law, but at this time and point in time, for people's safety, we might need to. Because you got kids, not only the adults, you got children that's in these communities, and we need to find a way. If that's not it, we still need to find a way. The point is, all the shooting, the activities that's in our community is from the outside. You do not live there. I don't think you need to be in there. If you're not coming to offer somebody, like take them to the store, or you're not there to fix anything or do something, then why are you there? You clearly says stay at home.
Commissioner, may I speak to that as well?
Make sure that our communities are safe. We need to do it all.
All right.
That's all I'm saying.
Yes, ma'am.
Dave, may I speak to that concern?
Yeah, go ahead, Ms. Foster.
I just wanted to know that anytime there's someone that's been diagnosed and tested positive for COVID-19, we do send a letter out to all the residents informing them that someone in the community has tested positive.
Okay.
Also, what we're doing is if you see a group congregating in the community and you want to share that, we're providing our director of public safety, Ken Foreman, we're providing his number to the residents so they can report that, and then he can reach out to PBD to assist with that.
Okay. Thanks.
All right, thank you. Are there any other comments, concerns? All right, hearing none. Thank you, Ms. Foster. We'll be looking forward to that report.
Yes, sir.
All right. All right, so next on our agenda is executive session. So if this clears the board, I'll entertain a motion to go into executive session to discuss personnel matters.
So moved.
Second.
All right, it's been moved and properly second. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, all opposed? All right, so we're about to go into executive session to discuss a personnel matter. We will be in executive session for approximately 25 to 30 minutes. Yeah, so personnel matter will also consist of good name and character as well. All right, and so we will be in executive session for approximately 25 to. Wait, yeah, I was gonna get to that. All right, we got this covered. All right. So we're gonna go into executive session for approximately 25 to 30 minutes. What we'll do is we will enter into a separate room. So we will have a separate line, and then after the executive session, we will come back to this body, to this room, to reopen the meeting. Attorney Moore, are we allowed to go into executive session to discuss this personnel matter and good name and character? Thank you. All right, Mrs. Bibbs, are you on the line?
Yes, sir.
All right, so we're about to enter into the executive session. So if you could give instructions as to everyone else on the call, what they need to do while we are in executive session. Thank you.
Okay. For everyone else, we'll put placed on hold and all of the chair. If you would, you can either mute and be at recess or. So when the chair comes back, he'll reconvene, and then we'll resume with the meeting.
Okay.
Ms. Lewis, you want me to hang up and try to dial on my own again? Okay, I'll do that. Same number, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
All right, so we're about to go into executive session, and we will reconvene at the call of the chair.
Mrs. Bibbs, you still there?
Commissioner Hood, I'll get her back on the line. Hold one moment. Commissioner Hood, she's logging back in shortly.
And that's where I don't think that we've gotten to that point. So, it needs to happen. Or any other contact is done with anybody, that needs to happen. The other thing that needs to happen, we've talked and we've approached people about a challenge or competition. What does that look like? What are we sending to them? What is it? Are we
Ms. Bibbs,
Yes,
can you get Ms. Lewis on the line?
yes, I'm calling her now.
Okay, and just leave her on the line.
I will.
Yeah.
Ms. Lewis?
Yes,
Okay, Chairman.
I'm here.
All right, very good. All right, so we have one action item, and I would like to offer a motion. I move to approve the separation agreement with President CEO Michael Lundy.
Second.
All right, so we're moving and properly second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? What was that? Okay, all right. I guess I heard all ayes. Okay, roll call. All right, so the attorney has asked that we do a roll call vote. All right, so we can make sure we get the proper count. All right. Vice Chairman Todd,
Aye.
Dr. Hood,
Aye.
Senator Contreras,
Aye.
Commissioner Lewis.
Aye.
All right, and I vote aye. All right. All right, so that resolution passes. All right, is there any other matters that need to come to this board? Attorney Moore, is there anything that, okay. All right, hearing none, if I could entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Adjourn this regular meeting.
All right, did I hear a second?
Second.
All right, it's been moved and properly second. All right, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? All right, this meeting is adjourned. Thank you. Y'all stay safe, okay?